So in today's tutorial, guys, I'm going to show you how to use the armor etch to etch this design onto this glass. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our stencil for our design. So all you need to do is to measure on your glass the space of the area that you want your design to be into. So I'm going to create a shape of a square, and I'm going to make this square the size of my area, which is 7 by 7. Okay, and then you get your design. I'm going to use this design, the Be Kind one. I'm going to change that colour so I can see it more clearly. And then what I need to do is pop this design onto the square, centre the front, okay, and just move the design to the size that I would like, and then I would highlight that and arrange it and align it so that it's centre, so I'm happy with where it is. And then I just highlight it all, I press actions, and then I slice it. Okay, and now that's cut the design out from our shape. And then what this will do, will pop the vinyl on, it will pop the square out, and then we just weed this out, pop the design onto our cup. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so now we've got our design. Now we need to weed it. So the first thing we do is get your weeder. I'm just going to take the outside part of the shape away to be left with the square and the design. Okay. And now we want to take the main picture out, which in this case is the bee, but I want to leave his eyes and all the bits of the detail in it. I don't want to weed those, so you kind of weed the kind of opposite. So if I just start, I'm going to turn this one on the side and just start on the top. And just, we want all the detail to be left as best as possible. It can be quite tricky depending on what your design is, but it's fine. Just take your time. Okay, and just carefully weed it. Just take your time. Just don't forget to make sure that all the bits that you want the detail has to be left. Okay, you can see one has slightly been moved, so we just position it back into place. It's not a problem. Okay. And then the wording, same again, you want the centerpieces of like the K to be left. Okay, just take your time. And then the eye. Okay, so basically all the white parts that you can see is where the armor etch is going to be. Okay, so it's like a stencil, so we've just created a stencil. So now what we need to do next is to pop this design onto our glass. Okay, now we've popped our final transfer down. make sure that it's down tight, because we don't want it to seep under any of the edges, otherwise it will bleed. So you just use your thumb and just push down to make sure. This is removable vinyl, so this will just peel off. So it's fine. So what we do next is we get our etching cream. Now I've brought this one from eBay or Amazon, and it's just called Armor Etch. And now we're going to get a paintbrush and then going to pop this over here. Okay, so I've got my little paintbrush and I'm just going to dip it in the pot. Okay, and then we're just going to work it onto the design. Okay, and then just literally dab it on. You don't want to use too much, and then you don't want to use not enough, so just kind of spread it all over. Okay, and I'm going to leave mine about 10 minutes. And then just keep dabbing it all over. You want to get in all the gaps. You don't want any gaps. Okay. And you can scrape off any excess if you want, but you don't want to use too much, you don't want to use too little. So you just want to make sure that you've coated all the areas that you need to coat. Okay. I think I'm happy with that. Okay, and then you just literally leave it for 10 minutes, and then we're going to peel this off. So I'll be back in 10 minutes, guys. Okay guys, now it's been about 10 minutes. So you're just going to get some tissue and you're just going to wipe off the excess by dabbing it on. Okay. And we're just going to get our vinyl, the corner of it. And we're just going to peel this off from the side to side, okay? Nice and slowly. Okay. I'm just going to get our weeder and just pick out nice and slowly. Remember, it's glass. Okay. And then you just weed the rest out. And then once you've weeded all of that off, you just get a baby wipe and just have a go clean. There you go, guys. Let's see if I can get something to pop in the middle. It's really good. It's taken quite well. And there you go, guys. That's how you use etching cream. Enjoy.